Hey, what's up? I hope you're having a fantastic day. Welcome back to another video. If you're new around here, I'm Ben Rowlands and this channel's all about live loop and upload 3 videos just like this one every single week. So if that's something you're interested in, consider subscribing. Now in today's video, we're going to set up some external foot controllers with the Boss RC-300. So in December, I did a video where I set up the Boss FS6 external foot switch with the Boss RC-505. Now, a lot of you thoroughly enjoyed that video and got a lot of value from it. So I thought, well, I can't let down the people that are running the RC-300. So I got to share the information with those guys as well. So let's just hop straight to today's video. So you're going to need a few things. Obviously, you're going to need an external foot switch. In today's video, I'm going to run the Boss FS6. Put some links in the description if you haven't got one. Take it over to Amazon. You're then also going to need one of these cables. Now this specific cable is a balanced TRS jack, so it's got 2 rings on. This is just going to allow us to send the information from this pedal into the RC-300. Now let's jump straight to plugging this in. So the great thing about the RC-300 is it has 2 plugs for external pedal foot switches, so you could run 2 of these foot switches and have a total of 4 external pedals, which is so cool. So we've got our RC-300, as I just mentioned. We've got 2 control pedal options to plug into the back here. Now we're just going to go straight into 1 and 2 here, and we're just going to run 1 set of foot switches today. So we'll plug this red cable into here and then plug the other end into the A and B of our external foot switch, and then we're going to jump straight into memory edit. So we're going to click memory edit and we're going to scroll over to the right, keep going pretty much until we get to the end of the menu and we get to assign switch. So then we get to assign switch, we're going to scroll over to the right until we get to this one here, assign switch 3. The source pedal by default is control pedal 1. Now it's really important to note this with the FS6. So out the box, you would assume control pedal 1 would be foot switch A and control pedal 2 would be foot switch B. But for some reason on the FS6 and the way Boss have done it, it's inverted. So control pedal 1 equals pedal B and control pedal 2 equals foot switch A. Just keep that in mind for when you're setting it up, just so you don't get confused why it's doing it the opposite way around. So let's go back to the menu. So by default, assign switch 3 will be set to memory incline. Now there's loads of stuff we can map this to: undo, redo, track specific, undo, redos, play, stop, all start stops, clears, etc. Now we're going to go for an all start stop. So that means foot switch B is going to do this command over here. This might be perfect if you're playing on a larger stage and you want to scatter around a few foot switches so you can walk about the stage and still control your looper pedal. Now we're going to jump over to assign switch 4 over here. So this is assign switch 4, and by default that is a memory decline. Again, we're going to remap this, and for example today let's go for a let's do the loop effects toggle. So loop effects on and off. So normally you would do loop effects here and you turn it on and off, but today we're going to use foot switch A to turn loop effects on and off. Now there's another feature you need to keep in mind, and that's whether you want your foot switch to operate as momentary or as toggle. So for example, most of the commands are just momentary by default and you want it to be set to that anyway. Stuff like play, stops, records, clears, etc. You just literally want to click the pedal, release the pedal, and the command is initiated. But for things like the loop effects, we probably want to set that to toggle because we're going to probably want to turn it on for a specific length of time and then switch it off after we've finished using it. So we're going to reassign foot switch A to actually work as a toggle foot switch. So you do this like this. So by default it's set to momentary. We're going to switch it over to toggle. You can then adjust the minimum and maximum value, so we're just going to have it as off and on, but you can do really specific dials in if you maybe doing like a reverb effect or something like that. Now we're just going to exit out and we'll click right, and then you'll click right again and you'll save it to the memory bank. And then you can copy and paste this as well by clicking right and scrolling to another patch where you want to use it. Now I'll show you this in action to prove that it works. So now let's load up a few loops and then I can prove that the foot switch works correctly. So first off, let's check our loop effects. There you go. We've got this one set to toggle and then we can switch it off. Now I just changed the setting on foot switch B to toggle as well, just to make sure the play all and stop all was working correctly. So when I click it in, there you go, we've stopped the tracks and now we're going to bring the loops back in, and as you can see, all three start to play. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider leaving me a like and a subscribe. This channel's all about live looping. Upload live looping tutorials, live looping performances every Tuesday, Thursday, and now Saturdays. I've been Ben Rowlands. You can find me online at benrowlandsmusic.com. If you want to learn more about live looping, check out this video here, and I'll see you in the next one.